Yeah, you're wrong, Graham.
Right, you're not a fan of that then?
Yeah, if anyone's watching on the red button, then you're quite scary doing that, Mr. Moyles.
Don't ever confuse amazing dancing
with
great sexual facial moves with scariness.
It's moving. I enjoyed it.
Thanks.
The draw has also been held for the running order of who appears when at the Eurovision Song Contest in May. The UK, we've been placed at number 14. It's not that great. Jedward for Ireland need to get through a semi-final first. They will be the final act to perform at the second semi-final, which could work out quite well for them. Shush. If you haven't heard the Jedward track, it's called Lipstick, and it sounds like this.
Oh, no, it doesn't work. Oh,
That's a shame.
Oh, what a shame. I'm pressing the button.
What a shame. And it's such a tune.
Oh, here it is. Ireland don't want to win it this year, do they?
It cost them too much to host it, doesn't it?
It almost bankrupted them,
Hence Jedward.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
There you go.
Islanders going, no, they're English, don't you know? Yes, they're English. Yeah. They're yours.
Incredible.
You can have them. They're Scottish. They're all Welsh. Yeah.
Let's definitely move on to number one.
Right, dance act Faithless have announced they're splitting up. Singer Maxi Jazz posted the news in a statement on the band's website saying they will complete the tour they're currently doing and then that is it. It's time to close the book and return to the library, he wrote. The band's been together for 15 years and released their sixth and final album, The Dance, last year. The final gig is going to be on April the 8th at London's Brixton Academy. Continuing his statement, Maxi Jazz added, "We've had with you the most unbelievable, epic and moving experience. Quite naturally, people grow, change and leave the things of youth behind them. If I devoted the rest of my life to the task, I could never thank you enough. I have memories that will still be with me in my next life." So, it seems particularly fitting at this point of the day of your marathon to play a certain Faithless track for the fans and for you, Chris and Dave.
Oh, clever.
Come in.
God is a DJ.
No, Dave. No. Not that one. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nat.
You seem a bit delirious to me.
Yeah. Get a grip.
You should get some sleep.
Get a grip.
Uh-oh. Now, Fern and now Dave are going. Everyone's going.
Oh, brilliant.
Right. Faithless.
Deep in the bosom of the gentle night is when I search for the light. Pick up my pen and start to write.
I like that song.
Faithless, Insomnia, very
Play some
fitting.
more.
Very apt.
You want to?
Yeah.
I can't get no sleep.
We are not getting any sleep.
No.
And if you'd like to help us as we raise money for comic relief, thanks.
Nice.
Still got it. This is your last time to give us some money before we ask you again.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Just text Chris to 70011. By
That's it.
texting that word Chris to 70011, you'll be giving Comic Relief £1 to help transform the lives of people in Africa, maybe down the road from you, all over the UK, lots of amazing projects. Text costs £1 plus your standard network message charge, and the whole quid goes to Comic Relief.
Nice.
You've got to be 16 or over, always ask the bill payer's permission, smooth. And if you want to have a look at the terms and conditions, you can. bbc.co.uk/Radio1. Whilst you're online, though, doing that boring bit, there's loads of really lovely photos to see of your journey so far over the last 9 hours.
Do you know, it's
lovely
quite
pictures.
nice because it enables us to remember what's happened.
Exactly. You have a little timeline of what's been going on.
Please pick your phone up now and then ease your conscience, and then you can shout at me when I ask you to text in going, I've already done it actually, fatty.
Chris.
Text the word Chris, send it to 70011. Write my name, Chris, in a text, send it to 70011. It's £1 to Comic Relief. Thank you. Let's try and hit 600,000 in Greg's show. Thank you.
Also, when I was preparing for the show, I was thinking of ways we could try and keep you guys awake, or just ways to challenge your brain.
Hello.
So I've had a little present made for you, which if you do get a bit bored or you're thinking, oh, I'm going mad, this is meant to really be good for the brain. It's the most simple, classic way of training your brain and keeping it active. I've got a Chris and Comedy Dave puzzle that you can make to help your brain.
It's a jigsaw puzzle.
It's a jigsaw puzzle.
It's a picture of us in our red-nosed pyjamas.
Do you know, what a lovely
You've made it into a
present.
jigsaw.
Thank you.
We'll just...
Wicked.
you can then put it back together.
That's nice, isn't it?
That's beautiful. I wasn't actually going to do it. I hate jigsaws. No, I mean, I was thinking it would be a really
You're
lovely...
a grateful man.
Well, no, I thought it'd be a really lovely thing to take home. I don't want to do it.
Naturally thought you were going to go topless. But I've got to be honest, I prefer the jigsaw.
It's organised fun. Come on, do the jigsaw. There
Thanks,
we go.
Fern.
Thank you,
Love
Fern.
you.
Well,
Fern,
well done. That's another show done.
We'll see you tomorrow morning when we'll
See
still
you
be here.
Tomorrow. You can do it, you can do it. So you're on with Greg next, Chris and Dave with Greg, but now it's 12:45. Here's Tulip Mazumdar.
Digital.
FM.
Online.
This is BBC Radio 1.
The message to Brits in
Following last
Tokyo.
week's earthquake, more than 5,000 people are now known to have died.
BBC
Radio 1.
Newsbeat.
Hello.
Previously on BBC Radio 1's longest show ever.
Oh no, it's Westwood!
What's up, baby?
Westwood's going to shout at me and tell me off.
It's not. Whoa, what happened?
Because, I don't know, you're just going to shout at me and go, you baby!
Oh, man, you're killing me right now, kid. We're going in.
Don't fall asleep, drop the bomb!
We're going to try and get to 500,000 today.
Oh, is that what
I mean, in the next half hour.
Are you the man to make that happen, Westwood? I think you are.
Yes.
We're going to have to interrupt.
Why?
Why?
Oh, because someone's barged into Radio 1. There's some
What do you mean?
security issue with somebody wants to come in.
No way!
Ricky
It's Ricky Gervais.
As I was going in, your producer said, it's Chris and Dave. I went, yeah, I know. Now, I've been listening in. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
I just want to say, people are treating you like you're Nelson Mandela. All you've
There are
done
similarities there.
is stood in an air-conditioned studio with people running to get you frappuccinos. We've all stayed up overnight before.
BBC Radio 1's longest show ever for comic relief.
It's been a good 3 hours, Dave.
It's been a really good 3 hours, actually. Thank you.
This is BBC Radio 1's longest show ever with Chris Moyles and Comedy Dave and Greg James for comic relief.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. And Dave,
1.
hour 31.
We never thought we'd get this far, I don't think. I think the idea of doing 24 hours just seemed monstrous. And we've done that, and we've done a bit more, and now we're in the 30s, and I think this is where it gets really, really tough. There's afternoon, and then tonight, Thursday night, if we can make it to Friday morning, that'll be amazing. But the totals so far have just been mind-blowing.
I've been watching all night. I couldn't turn it off.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching the kind of the late Chris Moyles
Yeah.
show last night, and I thought, well, I need to go to bed at some point. I got into bed, and I felt like I was missing the whole thing, so I got out again and kept watching and saw Davina do the dance and stuff, and I thought, this is so good, so addictive.
And you were there up the BT Tower for us as well, which was
Yes.
fantastic. And we went out in the middle of the night, out in the cold and the dark, and we looked up, and at the top of the BT Tower in London, which is just huge, there was our faces scrolling around the top of it, which is, it's very surreal, all of this. It's really, really odd, and we're getting to the point now where we're not entirely sure where we are or why we're here.
We hacked into the BT Tower last night and got your faces on the scrolling
I know,
thing.
thank you for that.
And that's the first time that a human face has been put onto the BT Tower.
I know. So what a treat. Yeah. So it's been really, really good. We've had so many guests come in, and that's made it really interesting and really made the time fly by. So yeah, here we go. Another big push. It's now 7 minutes past 1, and we've been on for however many hours. I don't know.
31.
31.
So, Chris isn't here for a bit. Explain what's going on now.
Well, the thing is that, as you may or may not know, we're allowed a 5-minute break for every hour that we're on the air. So what we've been trying to do is build these up in reserve if we should need them, whether we want to go for a shower or we're going to go to the loo or have a little break or whatever. So Chris is now just having a little freshen up. So he's using some time. I think he's having a shower. He's going to change out of his leisure wear that he was wearing for the morning, and I think he's going to put his jeans on. Obviously, because it's the big show with you. Yeah,
of course.
So that's why I think he wants to make an effort. So
the afternoon
he'll be
show.
back shortly, and then I think I'm going to take my break sometime, maybe the next news beat.
If you're watching the red button or online, you can see what happened last night when we put Chris and Dave's faces on the BT Tower. You can actually see that going round at the minute. It was amazing.
It was fantastic. And you were up there. It was like you were doing a telethon, but on your own.
I know. I did feel quite lonely, but we went up in this supersonic lift yesterday. I think it was genuinely the most exciting thing I've ever done.
Yeah. And also, as we guessed, is your missus away at the moment?
Yes,
Yeah, no, I thought she was.
I'm always on call.
I thought that if she was around, there's no danger we would have got you up the top of that tower in the middle of the night.
Anyway, so Chris will be back in, 15 minutes or so?
Yeah, something like that. He's just showering. You know, there's an image for you.
Yeah, lovely.
If that's worth a £1 donation anyway, isn't it?
Well, if we get some footage of it, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Can we send that roving cameraman in? Is he around just sort of burst into the shower?
Yeah, maybe.
Is that allowed?
He might be a while. It's a big job.
We've got a good show lined up for you today, Dave.
So I believe.
So we've got a few guests coming in. I'm going to take you for lunch in a second.
Take me for lunch?
Yeah, I'm going to take you for lunch around the corner.
I was just eating.
Yeah, but we'll take you for tea.
Oh, okay, fine.
Basically, I wanted to get you out of the building just for a bit.
For a bit of fresh air.
Bit of fresh air.
Okay.
Bit of daylight, bit of vitamin D.
Yeah.
We've got a few surprise guests, and Jenny McAlpine,
Fizz.
Corey's going to be on.
She's great.
Jack Whitehall, brilliant new comedian.
Never met him.
As well. And loads of other guff as well, of course.
Brilliant. Yeah. What a show. All the way till 4 o'clock.
And a special 10-minute takeover just for you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that is all still to come. And welcome along.
This is BBC Radio 1's longest show ever. With Chris Moyles and Comedy Dave and Greg James for Comic Relief. Hour 31.
It begins. Dave, let's go outside. We'll have a little look around the truck and also go for some food as well, yeah?
Rock on.
Ooh.
Break, right? So during Newsbeat, I went for a shower.
Yeah.
Because what happened yesterday, during Scott Mill's show, Newsbeat, I thought I'd go and have a shower. Got 15 minutes. I can get showered, dried, deodorant, smellied up, change my clothes, 15 minutes easy.
Goes fast, so that 15 minutes.
So I'm getting out of the shower, dry myself, put my smellies on, put my deodorant on, all of that. And I'm thinking, I'm trying to predict by the tone of Tulip's voice if she's about to go into the weather. And I'm thinking, I'm looking at the time, I'm going to have to leg it back into the studio. So I throw my clothes on that are just kind of taken off and I run back into the studio. And as I get into the studio, Newsbeat goes, yeah, we'll be about 3 minutes over. And I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So today, I thought I've learnt my lesson. I'll go during the Newsbeat, be fine. I got showered and changed, casually put on my new clothes, lovely, all good. And then you guys started talking, so I thought, all right, fine, well, that's part of my break, I'll take that. And then we all went outside to do a link, and we couldn't get talkback working, and rather than suddenly mess the whole thing up 30 hours in...
Could you imagine?
I just legged it. We all just legged it downstairs. I was like Zola Budd, ask your parents.
You're very fast.
I was off. Stick.
You're like Dwayne Chambers, weren't you?
Like
better.
He's probably not the best
Dwayne
example,
Sleep.
really, is he? No, but, all sorts of athletes.
I was like Usain Bolt. There you go.
I love Hussein.
Yeah. Thank you. I like your saying too. So anyway, so I'm back and here I am and it's all good and it's 1:15 on Radio 1's longest show ever. And let me have a look over Laura's head. 30 hours and 46 minutes that me and Dave have been on the air, and Greg so far has been on the air for 3 hours and 16 minutes of those.
Well, last night was brilliant. I feel like I've been here and pretty much living the whole thing.
We feel like we've been here.
Yeah. Like so many people listening have just been texting and tweeting.
What have they been doing?
Texting and tweeting.
I'm not aware of that kind of social networking system.
Twexting.
Is it like texting and Twitter? And, I like that. Okay,
pretty much the same. But they're just going, I've been with you lot for the whole thing.
Bless you.
And last night, I said to Dave, I couldn't sleep because I put the little duvet over and I thought, I'm probably missing out on something.
And you were bored. And you were bored as well, weren't you? You're on your own and you were bored.
Yeah. But the best thing to do is just to watch this because you couldn't take your eyes off it.
Is it my chins?
Partly the chin. Then it was Andy Peters' guns.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Was that today?
This morning?
Yeah.
It was today.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there was the pellets being fired at Dave's bits.
Did you watch that?
I was watching upstairs, yeah.
Have you got any life outside of this place?
Pretty much, no.
Right. You've got to get a hobby.
I have got a hobby.
Ornithology, something.
Have you noticed, by the way, that if you were to describe Greg's style, and having worked with you now for 2 days, I'd say that you very much have the style of, as we said yesterday, a French mime artist. Because once again, you've got like a French shirt
Love your stripes, don't you? You love your stripes.
You could be Parisian.